between international law and municipal law, or which law will prevail if there is a conflict. Suppose in Indian court, the national law is cited. Suppose Indian constitution is cited or Indian penal code is cited, and reverse to that, international convention is cited. Then court will give importance to which law. This question is resolved by this module. That's what we have to see. As well as we have to see the practice of states. Three states were given in the syllabus: United States, United Kingdom, and India. How these states treat the relationship between international law and municipal law. This aspect we will study in module 3. Then we will go to module 4, that is subject of international law. Now subject, the word subject is used here in a different context. Subject in the sense, subject. Yes, subject means subject of international law itself is a subject, but not in that sense. Here the word subject is used. Subject means, see, subject of international law, matter. Okay. Again, subject not in the sense of matter in international law. Subject of international law. Subjects of law of crime. Human beings are the subject of law of crime. In that sense, subject of international law means to whom international law is applicable. Yes, little bit jurisdiction. Members of international community are subject, like nations. So subject means to whom international law is applicable, or international law regulates the relationship between whom, or to whom international law confers right and duties. Comment in chat box on whom international law confers right and duties. One is state. As already in the meaning of international law itself we discussed, it is the law of nations. International law is a law which regulates relationship between state. Again, international court. International law, international courts were created by the state only. Whether individuals are subject matter of international law, or apart from individuals, apart from state, is there any other aspect to which international law is applicable, or entity to whom international law is applicable, or right and duties can be conferred by international law? Apart from state, state in the sense independent sovereign states, apart from independent sovereign states, whether there is any other entity on whom international, yes, Digambar Sonu, the international organizations are also the subject of international law. For example, international organization, any number of, सध्या तर तुम्ही ऐकले असेल, in this COVID-19 pandemic, yes, United Nations is inter WHO. World Health Organization is an international organization established by the state, but it is an independent entity under international law. They are having their own constitution, constitution of WHO. International Criminal Court, ICC, is a court established by states. Number of multinational companies, yes, MNCs. So corporations working in 2 or more states, though they registered in one state, but they were considered as a different entity under international law. Yes, number of, now you got IFO, number of UNO, So for the primary subject of international law is state. State in the sense sovereign state, like India, Pakistan, those who are having elected government constitutions, they are primary subject of international. But because of the development to international law, the jurisdiction of international law doesn't merely confine to state, because even individuals are coming across with the nations, they are entering into the contract with another nations. Even corporations, they are entering into the contract with another nations. In such situation, the state is intervening to protect the right of their citizens. That's what the subject of international law. So state, individual, international organization, multinational corporations, and non-state entities are also subject of international law. International law can confer right and duties on these subjects. That's what they are, subject of international law. Then we have to see here what is meant by state, because one state is a subject. Then we have to observe the definition of state, kinds of state, because all states are not sovereign. There were some semi-sovereign state, protectorate state, or certain kinds of states are there. That kinds of state we have to observe here under module 4. And we have to also observe what is the role of individual in international law. How individual can be a subject of international law? How an individual can claim the remedies available to state under public international law? How nexus? Yes, Holy See is another kind of state. Vatican City. Now, my question is, yes, they are sovereign state. UK, USA, China, Australia, Malaysia. No doubt they are state. They are sovereign states. But how individual is concerned with the international law? When the nexus between individual and international law will arise, public international law I am saying, not saying about private international law. Any aspect that individual is concerned with the public international law. Citizenship, yes, citizenship is related to the public international law, of course. If the one citizen of one state wish to acquire the citizenship of another state, nationality, etc., then definitely there will be a question of public international law as well as private. Pirates, yes, they are the enemies of mankind. They are the enemies of all states. So, if pirates are individuals, and if they are engaged in piracy, then the concern of international law will be there. Most important is human rights. Yes, terrorist, you are coming slowly towards the point. Human rights, slave, terrorism. Now, these aspects are related to human rights. So, because of human rights, the individuals are coming across with the state. That we will see in detail when we will see how individuals are the subject and object of international law. And lastly, the multinational corporations, as already discussed, they are the subject of international law. Now we will move towards module 5, that is dealing with the recognition of state. Now this is also one of the important concept under international law, recognition of state, to recognize. Now here, this topic is exclusively applicable to state, because in the heading itself, the word states occur. Yes, sorry. To recognize, recognition means recognition of states. To recognize, comment in chat box. Recognition means to accept the existence of a state and allow that state to participate in the international community. Yes, if the new state arises and other existing state accept the existence of new state and allow that state into the international community as a member of United Nations or for trade, etc. This concept is called as recognition of state. So all existing state may recognize a new state to participate into the international community. So in this module, module 5, we have to see what is the meaning and significance of recognition, then different theories of recognition, types, whether it is permanent, de facto, de jure recognition, etc. Then other modules we will discuss tomorrow.